Well, it is Fraud Friday, and we're going to learn more about cybersecurity and some of these scams that are hitting us. And joining us today from Superior Credit Union, we've got Jessica Holliday, Director of Fraud. Then we have Austin Miller, he's Information Systems Security Analyst. And thank you both for coming today.
Thank you.
Okay, so I even hate to hear fraud and cyber scams and things like that, but it's real, it's hitting Lima people, and you guys see it daily?
Yes. Yes, we see it very much daily. Right now, the new thing is the Microsoft pop-up. So basically what it is, it's a red flashing screen that you get on your computer. There's a number instructing you to call. You get a representative on the phone. They tell you have some sort of illegal activity on your computer. They need to transfer you over to a representative of your institution. You are then transferred over to a fake fraud representative. From there, they ask you for your username, your password. They tell you you need to go and take funds out of your account to secure your money via crypto. So they're instructing our members to withdraw large amounts of money and take them to these kiosks of these crypto machines to have a secure online account.
Okay, all right. So, Austin, when this pops up on your screen, can you get rid of it easily? I mean, if you see it and you're like, oh, this is a scam, if you recognize it right away, how do you get rid of it?
So first off, whatever you're doing, just stop what you're doing and relax. Don't do anything too rash to begin with. You know, they're gonna make you try to speed up and be urgent about everything, but just pause, take a deep breath, and then is what you're doing going to make the pop-up happen? Like, are you just surfing the web, not doing anything? If you're not doing anything to make the pop-up happen, something's wrong.
Okay.
All you have to do is stop, call somebody that you know who knows computers. You can also Control, Delete, and do your own system and shut down whatever browser you're using.
Okay, all right. So should you not go back to that browser then, or you can't help it sometimes?
You can go back to the browser, but first, you know, close it out, call somebody, make sure nothing is on your computer that they implemented in there.
All right, so you explained that scam. So what are the red flags? So like, I guess first of all, if it pops up, right? But if they continue through, what are the red flags that people are like, oh, I'm getting myself caught in the wrong direction?
So the red flags would be, first of all, for asking for your username and your password for your online banking. So no institution, especially Superior, is going to ask you for that information. That is, you know, personal information. You never should provide that information. The second thing is if they're sending you a text message with a 6-digit code and they're asking you for that code to identify your identity, that is false. So within that text message, it tells you this is your personal identification code. Do not share this code with anyone. No one will ever ask you for that code. So that is another red flag that you are talking to a fraudster.
Okay. And when you mentioned crypto, that seems like a red flag too. I mean,
yes.
Because you always hear about so many things. I mean, that just seems like
so your money is definitely secure within your institution. If you ever have a phone call like that, the best thing for you to do is disconnect with the individual that you're speaking to, contact your local institution by a trusted source, such as your membership card, the Superior website, and ask to speak to somebody in the contact center representative, explain the situation of what happened so we can undo everything that was done during that conversation with that fraudster.
So are you seeing people actually lose a lot of money?
Yes, unfortunately, that has happened with a few of our members where they have fallen victim to this fraud scam and they had, you know, followed the instructions of the fraudsters, and then unfortunately, once the money's gone, it's gone. We have no way to, you know, get that money back. So,
wow.
Yeah. So it's very sad.
Yeah, it is. So, Austin, I mean, when we're on our computers and you see the little lock sign and everything, I mean, that doesn't matter sometimes. I mean, you still can get these things to pop up and things happen.
And the pop-ups will happen no matter what. If you click on an advertisement anywhere, you know, online will track what you're doing and your movement, so it sucks, but it is something that will happen.
Right.
So just be careful of what you click on, what websites you visit, everything else in that aspect as well.
Right, yeah, well, I mean, even like when you're on Facebook and I feel like, you know, you talked about something, that pops up, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I want a red sweater. All of a sudden things are popping up about red sweaters. So, I mean, it seems like we're never safe, so to speak, but I guess don't be fearful like that.
You can't be scared to lose everything. You have to trust in what you're doing. So just relax, you know, go about what you're doing with what you know, and don't visit anything you don't want to visit.
Okay, so this pop-up is common now, but you're still seeing people get phone calls, right, and text messages?
So the latest fraud thing that's going on right now is spoofing calls. So the caller ID pops up as your Superior Credit Union institution, which is there's an app that you can download and you can put whatever number you want to call from. So they're posing as a Superior representative. Red flags to look for on that one is, again, they're asking you for your username and your password. They're asking you for that authentication code that comes via text message. They're telling you that, you know, you have some fraudulent transactions on your account. In order to stop those transactions, we need to log in. We need to get that refunded. That is false.
Okay.
We would never ask you for that information. We would never ask you for your username. We wouldn't ask you for your password. We would never ask you for card information. We're not going to ask you for that text verification code. So what we're instructing our members to do is, if they get a phone call like that, is to simply just disconnect and call in to your institution and verify the information that you were explained to with an actual representative at the credit union.
All right. This is just the start of it. We'll have you guys back monthly to talk more about fraud and stuff. Thank you both very much for coming.
Thank you.
All right, don't go away. We'll look at the weather forecast next.